next guest is Christine Buck, who is the Chief Medical Officer from HIMSS, the Health Information Management Systems Society, the world's leading health information conference, and certainly an organization that's been around. I've been around for 32 years in health IT and digital health and biomedical informatics, and HIMSS has been there ever since I was first going to my conferences as a young faculty. So, Christine, great to have you on the program. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. And it's really great to get a promotion today. I love the idea of being a chief medical officer. I just want to share for the record, I'm a chief marketing officer, but
marketing officer. Okay,
I appreciate the promotion.
Yeah, we're always trying to amplify folks doing good work in healthcare. So tell us a little bit about HIMSS for folks that aren't familiar with the organization, and certainly your work there as the CMO.
Yeah, and first of all, thanks so much for having me today. I joined HIMSS about 3 months ago as the Chief Marketing and Communications Officer. It's a new role for the organization. HIMSS is really focused on advancing health equity for all around the world. And what has really excited me about joining and getting on board and joining forces with Hal Wolf, our CEO, and the rest of the organization is really bringing together a love of mine and a passion and my background in transformative technology brought in with a mission purpose-driven organization. So I could not be happier to be on board with the organization. And then another piece of this too is just really what my background has been is in transformative marketing and modernizing pieces of organizations that, again, touch on how we communicate, how we deliver, how we achieve great impact. And so that's what I'm about right now at HIMSS. And just to give you all a quick background for anyone on the call today, my background has been really unique. I should have be a teacher now, a professor in anthropology, using lots and lots of research and science. And I took a turn and I went to Microsoft instead of going to grad school out of college. And that just ignited a passion for change and just for learning. And I've since worked in fintech and large consulting firms, and also done a lot of brand strategy and transformation work around the world with leading organizations. So this is a new opportunity for me to make a difference, but also do what I love and take all of that past experience and bring it to HIMSS and to all of you, I hope.
It's incredible. And I think one of the nice things about HIMSS, for those who don't know about it, it is truly a global organization. And I do a lot of work in India. I'm a visiting professor at the Indian Institute of Technology in New Delhi, India. And HIMSS is just the leading health organization, healthcare technology organization in India as well. And you know, it's in Europe, Asia, Africa, Latin America, et cetera. Tell us a little bit about digital medical devices around the world and what you're seeing happen there from the standpoint of, again, an organization like HIMSS and really focusing on the digital side of medical devices.
Well, thanks so much for that question. So one of the opportunities last week was for me to really get into that. And HIMSS is a global organization. We are small though, and I just want to call this out. We need more individuals to help us carry our mission and the work, whether, again, you're developing technology, you're a CIO, you're a technologist, or you're a healthcare innovator or provider. And so one of the things that I plan on doing, working, of course, closely with Hal and others on our board, is helping us think about how we build our presence across Europe, Africa, South America. We've had a great amount of traction and ability to build who we are and what we do today in the Americas, but we need to do more. So I just wanted to call that out as just something that we're going to be really digging into, and India as well. So when it comes to wearables, though, I had a chance to really see a lot of great technology up front and personal last week at our HIMSS Global Conference, which we just hosted in Chicago. I just wanted to do a quick shout out about this. We are back. It has been incredible to see the difference and just the galvanization and the energy in the community that came together last week. The idea sharing, the thinking around not just wearable technology, but ChatGPT, many other innovations that are happening. We had over 35,000 people convene in large spaces, small spaces, one-on-one conversations happening. And one of them was around wearables and digital technology. And I think for me personally, seeing what that can mean for a patient, what it can mean for doctors and nurses and clinicians that are actually tracking the outcomes of their patients and how they administer medicine and so forth. we're seeing that just again, very, very fast pace of innovation there. What excites me the most is I think many of us, if we have aging parents, we all worry about them and we wonder, well, are they taking their insulin? Are they taking their medication? I'm excited about this just as on a personal level to see what that means for individuals in your own family or in your communities and how wearable technology can help them, manage their health more effectively without having to go to the hospital. So, which creates, again, a drag on our ecosystem, on our system. So I hope that answers your question. There's so much we could talk about there, but I know we only have a few more minutes. So
we do, yeah. We have time for one more question, and really appreciate your perspectives. They really are interesting and certainly illuminating for a lot of folks. I know, and certainly myself. What are you seeing in Europe? I think that's the one question everyone seems to be asking these days, especially with all of the work that's going on with artificial intelligence and generative NLP. The European startup systems that are going on there, what's happening there, and what's the future?
So I think the future is really for HIMSS is really staying focused on how we can be an essential ingredient to helping our partners, the ministers of health. We had a really great gathering last week as well with key members of the European region talking about the future of digital and what that really means, especially with all of the new actions and the investing and funding that's happening at the government level, but also again with the startups. So converging two themes here, if you will, Stan, we actually had a venture capital, a VC startup, we called it our startup park. Essentially, we had a lot of amazing conversations and one-on-one sessions around how to get funding, but also how to deliver great outcomes for startup communities in Europe. And so there was a great convening of ideas and thought, and then just partnerships being struck last week. And then that compared to when you take that over now to the government side and what organizations are trying to do around the world, we're seeing just really untapped opportunity there in terms of really supporting, sharing ideas, things that we've learned in other markets or other parts of the world that are a little bit more evolved, helping those organizations or those countries get up and running faster. So we're going to be focusing a lot. That's going to be part of really, I would say, the next 6 to 10 months for me. Big part of my agenda. How do I drive conversations? How do we build awareness and make the right connections? We are going to be going to, I'll be in Lisbon on June 4th through the 7th at our European Global Conference, where we'll be tackling a lot of these questions. So just wanted to put that out there. If anybody's going to be in Europe, come visit me.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, definitely. We've got some folks listening who are in the Iberian Peninsula and can certainly get up to Lisbon. So do, if you can, Christine, pop in the event and when you're going to be there, and we'll see if some people can connect with you there. Thank you very much for joining us today and just providing that high level perspective on what's happening with HIMSS, not only locally, but globally. Thank you for that, Christine.